Check out these flowers. One, you wouldn't know that these flowers were grown in Mesa, Arizona in the summertime. And two, this was my first attempt to grow zinnias in Phoenix, Arizona. If you want to check out how I grew these flowers and all the things that I did to grow these flowers, you won't want to miss this video. My name is Susan. Welcome to my channel, and let's just get going. I am growing flowers for my daughter's wedding. Now, I've been a gardener kind of sort of all my life. Got it from my dad. My daughter got it from me, even though she didn't know until she started poking around in the ground. And now she is just amazing at growing flowers. So she wants to grow all her flowers for her wedding. So I said, hey, I'll give up a patch in my yard. Let's grow some flowers. And so that is what we're doing. And I will show you some clips of what it looked like in the beginning and how it progressed into where it is today. So let's go take a look, shall we? Let's go inside and take a look. So you zinnia growers are going to yell at me because you're actually supposed to clip the flowers as they come up. So let's say on this one, I think I'm supposed to clip it down to there. And from there, we'll grow more shoots. And I'll show you an example of that. The sun here is pretty intense. This is the very first beauty. Now here's one. You can see down here where my daughter broke it off. And now it is growing 2 stems, which means we'll get, is that a ladybug? Okay, we have to be careful in Arizona. So I'm gonna cut these flowers and we're gonna take them in and put them in a vase. Okay, so here's my beauties in the house. Look at that. Super proud of myself. I'm not gonna lie. Look. Good morning, everyone. It is sunny Mesa, Arizona. I think it's gonna get up to 108 today. And I just wanna give you an update on my flower patch that I'm growing for my daughter, the zinnias. And I've not been a very good caretaker. This is my first season of trying to grow zinnias. And I didn't believe in the pinch method, even though that's what everybody says. Oh, I've kind of, you can see I started trimming them back here. I've let them kind of get all crazy. So I'm going to do some major trimming today. Hey, I'm going to go out and buy some of these stakes that they talk about that I should have put in the ground a long time ago. I wanted to show you today my flower garden. I am growing this, and it has been living through this 110 plus degree weather that we've been having in Arizona this summer. That's pretty normal. I just wanted to show you how they're doing and show you a few things that I had to do because I didn't listen to the experts in the beginning. So let's go take a closer look at my garden. So here's my garden, and so what happened is you're supposed to clip them when they're very small, and I didn't do it because I'm not a very good listener sometimes. And so what I had to do is go buy these props because the flowers were all just turning into vines. But they still seem to be doing really well. I fertilized them like maybe 2-3 weeks ago. And so we're gonna fertilize them again here in a couple weeks. Look at these guys. I can't remember what she said the name was on those. But they've actually still stayed alive. You can see all the buds. I do try to, look at this guy. Girl, guy, what are you? So there's a wiggle test. This is definitely passing the wiggle test. So she wants longer stems, but unfortunately, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that with very many of them. They were growing crooked of what it looks like. So this guy definitely needs, look at him. He definitely needs to be cut off. I do try to cut them off before that happens, and so I can enjoy them in the house. I can show that to you as well. Look at, isn't that just beautiful? But yes, I live in Mesa, Arizona. I bet none of you thought that this could happen in the middle of the summer. Ooh, this guy, I wiggled him too much. You're supposed to wiggle them, and I must have over wiggled him. It is officially 3 weeks before the wedding. Well, actually yesterday would have been 3 weeks before the wedding. So today I am going to go in there and cut every bloom. This is lovely Mesa, Arizona. I don't know what it got up to yesterday, 106, 107. I've managed to keep these alive all summer. We planted them in April. And they've taken a beating on this side. If I were to do this again next summer, which I might, it's been actually pretty relaxing. I actually did it for my daughter. There we go. Say good morning, Mr. Pollinator. If I were to do it again next summer, I would probably shade cloth the first couple feet at the bottom to protect the stems. You can see I have had quite a bit of burn. Fertilize them on Wednesday. This is 3 weeks before. I'm cutting off all the flowers. Anything worth putting in a vase, I'm going to make up little vases for Bill to take into work. There's not a ton of flowers. I'm not sure. And so I have a lot of very long, gangly zinnias. I saved them in term with these plant props, and I've got all different sizes because I quickly realized that there was an issue with tissues, as I like to say. Let's see, we still have a lot of buds. Like, I'm not, of course, not gonna cut that. What I'm trying to have happen is that, and hopefully those won't bloom before the wedding. The ones that do bloom from after today on, every day I will come out and cut off anything that is dying. Some of the cosmos lift, but something eats them every day. They must be quite tasty. Anybody who knows me knows that sometimes I just got to do it my own way and then learn the hard way. Brittany brought me these handy dandy buckets with these. You can see, and it's for the flowers so they don't get all bent up and the blooms stay upright. He's gonna pretty much tell me how many flowers I can expect in 3 weeks. Well, that's according to Gardener Sue. I am going to take the flowers down to where it is branching out, the next place that is branching out. Again, that is probably not the correct way to do it, but I have learned if I do that and it's starting to branch out, then I might get another flower. So I'm going to start from that back corner and work my way around. Pretty warm, and I should have gotten up with the sun, but I'm not a morning person, and the zinnias don't like to be cut in the evening here, at least in here. It's probably been a pretty stressful day for them, me too, putting up with the heat. You know, we had our temperatures over 110. It was nothing to go back here and have the temperatures being 116. These flowers will look for sun any way they can, and so sometimes they turn into what I am now calling the U-turn flower. So these are all pretty short because it's so close to the wedding. I don't want to cut them very far down. This guy, look at, he's pretty long. They turned into vines, but they just want to produce the flowers. It's just amazing. I told my brother once that I just wanted to be a gardener, that was my passion when I retired, was to garden. This is what we're looking for, right? A nice, straight, long stem and a big old flower bud. So this one's beautiful. So this is what we're looking at really for the wedding. Really, the whole idea is today is so I can see how many blooms I think we're gonna have for the wedding. We've ended up ordering a bunch of stuff from Costco. If you don't know, Costco sells wholesale flowers. So, you know, we're not having floral prepared arrangements. We want more of a, I shouldn't say me, but I agree with it. I think it's a great idea. We're having more of a whimsical garden. Her reception's in a barn that has been turned into a venue. Super cute. I'm gonna show you an example of really honestly what I'm not supposed to do and what I'm going to do, because I'm trying to get as many flowers as I can out of these plants. So let me show you something. So this guy right here, so they would tell me that I should cut this flower. Let's see, sorry, I was backing up, there was a bee. I was in his space. And this plant branched off, it branched off down here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but up here, it started branching off on its own. And I know this will produce a flower. And it could very well produce a flower in the next 2 weeks. So I am keeping, that's how I'm actually trimming today. So because I didn't do it right in the beginning, now like this one, I'm gonna trim it right here because I'm hopeful that I'm gonna get 2 out of this one. I guess these are called cut and grow flowers. I'm learning so much this year. So I wanna show you this one guy where his stem is super short. Look at this guy right here. So he's down here. His sisters are up here. They've grown past him, and he just had a real shorty stem. Look at that. That's the shortest I've ever seen. We're gonna cut that because we want these guys to have all the nutrients that they can get. Look at these guys. These are beautiful, huh? Beautiful. It's my favorite part of the garden. I've been intertwining them into the, look at this beauty. Woo! I've cut all the flowers off. I've made sure that the ones that were longer, that maybe I could pull them through a plant prop to get them to go up straight, because that has been the name of the game, to try to get these to grow straight. I probably did so many things wrong in the beginning, but at the end I'm still getting some flowers. So let's take a look at what it looks like like less than 3 weeks before the wedding. They seem to do better once they're on plant props. And you can see once they're on, then they start coming up towards the sun, right? Wow, pretty cool, huh? But there it goes. Oh my gosh, Jack is out here. Check it out, Jack. Say hi to everyone. This is ground zero, kind of, sort of speak, before the wedding. So hopefully I made the right choice and the right decision. And we're gonna have some beautiful flowers for the wedding. Do they smell good? Jack, do they smell pretty? What about those? Do those smell pretty? Today's the day. This is it. Brenda gets married in 2 days, and we are packing up to go up to Heber. It's about a 3-hour trip from Phoenix. We have so much to pack up to get to the wedding, but I'm going to show you the flowers. I'm really disappointed. I wish there were more. I did keep them alive during the heat of the summer, but not as many blooms as I wanted, and partly my fault. My fault was that I cut all the flowers off 3 weeks ago, and I kept cutting off the flowers. And last weekend she tells me, Mom, the flowers last for 7 to 8 days on the plant, so I probably could have had a bunch more. So let's just take a quick look at the flowers and see how many I actually have to cut and take up. There's a few on the outside. Those look pretty good. Got a bunch of blooms coming up, so I probably just didn't cut all the flowers back soon enough. This guy is fully bloomed, so I don't know. I was just trying to be, I guess when you see these little petals there, those are still flower petals, so it still isn't fully bloomed. I haven't actually been back here in quite some time. It's like, look, but it's quite a little forest going on back here. There's this, that's the tallest one I have. There's a couple tall ones, some bees flying around. I may not have been able to grow enough flowers to cover all the tables, but a few of my flowers will be sprinkled in, kind of like love, right? Sprinkled into my daughter's wedding with love. Well, I'm gonna go pick some flowers. I'll show you the bucket when I'm done. Okay, I finally finished picking all the flowers for the wedding. I'm going to show you my bucket. I got a few more than I thought I was gonna get, so I am extremely happy with that. And Sally's gonna bark, so please ignore her. That's the little bucket. And this is the bigger, taller flowers. I actually got a few sunflowers. I'm not sure how well they're gonna do. Brittany made it sound like you need to cut them when they were so close. But look at this guy. Woo! We got a couple really pretty zinnias. So for my first time out, I'm pretty darn happy. have just a